Hi, Mark here. It is Friday, November the 7th, 9:32 a.m. Eastern, 2:32 p.m. GMT. Let's have a look how the US dollar is performing. US dollar index, following up from yesterday's red candlestick, lower high, lower low. EMAs have crossed to the downside. So certainly we're seeing weak US dollar on the index. I've got resistance of 99.73 and I've got support of 99.40. And for now, hang around that support level. If I zoom in on the shorter time frame, there you can see the downtrend with sellers firmly in control at this point. Let's have a look at the majors, starting on the Euro US. Weak US dollar can be seen here against the euro. That's the euro strengthening against the US, third consecutive day. Also, EMA's crossed to the upside. I've got support at 115.29. I've got resistance at 115.75, and buyers looking to test that intraday resistance for now. If there's going to be a turnaround from weak US dollar to strong US dollar, that would be selling euro, buying US, perhaps off this resistance level, but for now, certainly Euro US in an uptrend and Euro strengthening against the US dollar. Let's have a look at the pound. Slightly different pattern to get where we are, but right now it's pound strengthening against the US dollar as well. Although earlier you can see that the pound was sold off the strong US dollar down to that support level at 130.93, but the pound has bounced back, buying pounds, selling US dollar at resistance at 131.42 right now, and buyers looking to break above that resistance level. US dollar against the yen. Pattern is different here. Green candlestick, that's buying US dollar, selling yen. I've got support matching yesterday's low at 152.82, and I've got resistance at 153.55. Has been a bit of a pullback since then. If I go in and look at the hourly, there you can see a bit of a pullback. That's selling US dollar, buying yens. The yen is fighting back and looking down at the support level here. Buyers will be looking up at that 153.55. So US is stronger against the yen than against the two European currencies. But right now, yen is fighting back against the US dollar. Let's have a look at the US dollar Canadian. And here, certainly weak US dollar we see against the Canadian. That's selling US dollar, buying Canadian. That's the red candlestick. I've got resistance at 141.25 and support was set at 140.55. Note the support level does match previous resistance, always significant and relevant when resistance becomes support, or vice versa if support becomes resistance. But US dollar does seem to be fighting its way back right now. Let's just look at the hourly. US dollar trying to fight its way back. The start of a double bottom, which is a strong reversal sign. We'll see if US dollar buyers can continue this and get back up to that resistance area around the 141.25. But in the previous hour, you can see US dollar was sold off, selling US, buying Canadian. It now US dollar trying to fight back and recoup some of those losses. So to start the day, weak US dollar. We saw it on the index. We're certainly seeing it on the pound and the euro. Yen, US dollar started off strong, but right now yen is fighting its way back. And US dollar Canadian, weak US dollar, strong Canadian, attempted fight back now as the US session does get underway. We've got our support resistance area levels to work with. We'll see if the US dollar weakness does continue or whether the majors do fight back during the US session. Good trading, keep that discipline, and I'll see you at the end of the day.